Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Four Jobbers. I'm Ginger Heat. I am the orange one, and I'm joined by all four jobbers this week, and we're going to go over Backlash, maybe a little bit of SmackDown, maybe a little bit of Raw. I don't know. We'll see, but we're going to talk about some wrestling. And I am joined by Jason Fire Joe Hendry. He's the biggest Joe Hendry fan, but he loves to pretend that he's not because he's a contrarian by design. But he's a big fan.
Contreras buys myself?
He worked himself into a shoot, is what happened.
Yeah. And that is the Waxy, the Venomous, the son of the dentist. We were at the Wax Dome this weekend. It was a great time. It was a pleasure. And he's got a Waxy Venomous basement, which is very nice for watching events. I think it will be in the future. And of course, none other than the body from Kirkcaldy, Jordan Dees. My voice is still healing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a little bit raspy this week, and it may give out on me at some point. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying because we have to talk about Backlash. Backlash.
I'm going to keep doing it until we don't.
That's what I was hoping for. That's why I left a little pause there. I wanted you guys to jump in on it. Let's talk about Backlash. Might as well just kick it off right into Backlash. For those of you watching at home on YouTube, we're available on YouTube. You can see our beautiful faces. Jason is zooming in, zooming out. And for those of you listening, I hope you enjoy this episode. Jason is... That's what it felt like watching Backlash for me. But let's just dive right into it. Why don't we talk about the first match? Jordan, what was the first match and how did it make you feel?
Well, the first match of the night was the longest match of the night. The opener between Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, where Braun gets the win over Seth. In an I would say a slow match. It was a pretty...
Very slow.
It was pretty slow, but you know what? I think this did... It did it justice. It did the feud justice. It felt, now that we know what happens on Raw, it felt very much like a good, hey, let's see what these two guys can do in the ring. Let's get them face to face. Let's get them in a bit of a fight. Let's build it slowly. And now that we know that it's not the end of the feud, and maybe if you looked at it in its totality and just said, hey, this is it. Yeah, I would understand some gripes about how the flow of the match went, but as an opener for their what appears to be long feud, I really enjoyed it. I think there was some good storytelling in it. Was it Braun's best match? No, not at all. But it was definitely a good opener for the night, and it got me hyped. As soon as that music hits and these two guys came out, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm ready for this. And watching at 11 p.m., you need something big for me to get my arse on the edge of my sofa. So yeah, it did well. I enjoyed it.
Wax, what about you? Did you end up watching the entire show? I know that we were busy the night of, but did you end up just skipping through or watching full? How did you?
I got glimpses of it. I know the main story beats of what happened. This went how I expected it to, and contrary to Jordan's point, I always expected this feud to last beyond Backlash. At Backlash, there will be more backlashing to come in the future, it turns out. But Braun winning was the right call. I like the way, you could say the match was slow. I from what I saw, I agree with that. I never think of Braun, and I think 5-star matches. It's not something I see. I see intensity from him. I see physicality from him. And I like that numerous spears took down Seth. And I also like that it felt like he didn't need to do the extra spears. He just wanted to, which I thought was fun because it matches what he said about Seth is, I want to take away everything. Like, I don't want you to feel joy in your life ever again. And, yeah, a strong starting point for this feud. Where will it go? I guess we'll see where it goes in the ring. Do we see it again at was it Clash in Italy? That's at the end of the month.
Yeah, is that it?
Maybe, or I wouldn't mind they skip that and kind of wait till the next one, which might be SummerSlam at that point. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, I think it was a good match to start with. Happy with the result. Happy with where the feud is appearing to go.
And Jason, what about you? I feel like you and I are a little bit more aligned on this one. And again, we're like I'm really trying to look at this with a positive lens, and I have to be honest about it. But why don't you tell me what you thought first?
Well, I went back and watched this match again because I didn't love it too much the first time, so I wanted to give it because it was a good. They got a good amount of time to perform, which was nice.
Yeah.
So I went back and watched it again, and I think I liked it a little bit better on the second watch, but I didn't love it. I would give it maybe around like a 7.5, 7-ish. I don't know, something like that.
Still pretty
But
good.
it started out fast. It
That's
started
really
out
good.
really fast. You know,
Yeah.
they and they got a lot of stuff in. They got a lot of their moves in, a lot of the reversals that we've seen before, a lot of this, that, and the other. One thing I did like was a little bit of intelligence from Seth when he had Braun Breaker beat, but then obviously Paul Heyman gets up to distract the ref, and then he's like, oh, I know what's going to happen. The dummies are going to come. But I do hate how easily dispatched they were. Like, I mean, they're the tag team champions. They're not like some schlubs, and they just ran into a chair shot and ran away like they're nothing. Like, it kind of, you know, it doesn't make them a threat. It doesn't make it a big deal that they're interfering or the fact that you thwarted their plan. It's just like some
They're
Team
not supposed to be
Rocket
cronies.
garbage.
Like Team Rocket. It's not. It's something that we see often in WWE. So I guess we're getting used to it. Where if you're not in the match, you're a crony, right? You have
It's not.
no
they're the tag
wrestling
team
ability.
champions.
You have no endurance.
Your
One
power
move knocks
level
you out
goes
for an
down.
hour.
Yeah.
Your power level is 0.
I don't like it. I don't care if
Your
they've
2K
been
rating
doing it.
drops
I don't
when
like
you're
it.
interfering.
You're a
Yeah.
60.
It's like
Maybe
it's like
50.
when you're playing Madden and you put a quarterback as your defensive tackle. They're just completely out of
Tom
position.
Brady
and
becomes
they're
your
much
running
worse.
back.
Yeah, and they
I
go
don't
from
like
a
it.
90 to a 60,
Stupid.
40. Yeah, that's fair.
But it was good by Seth, you know, that he knew it was going to happen. He didn't fall into the same old crap. But with that intelligence came stupidity, where he slid back into a spear when he got back in the ring. So I don't know. Overall, I think this was a good match between them. I hope they can have a better match at some point. It was a solid opener from the standpoint that they got a lot of time to work, which is good. We're headed in the right direction there. So, you know, pretty good.
Yeah, there's some story in this match and stuff like that. And I think a 7 or 7.5, whatever you gave, is generous. I'm more of down like a 6, like a 6.2.
Initially,
like
I was a 6. You should watch it again, maybe. And
I'd watched most of it again, and I couldn't really do it. And maybe it's just me being, I don't know. It's because we're seeing a lot of the same stuff. And so what I was talking about was maybe it's time for WWE to try some new, maybe producers or the guys that book the matches. It's a lot of the same, and maybe I don't want to be like that. And maybe it's what a lot of the wrestlers are saying. Brett, Stevie Richards, all these guys say that when you're not even Maven, when you're not working with each other a lot, like on house shows and things like that, the matches end up not being very crisp. And that's what happened here. We had a lot of miscues. We had the Frankensteiners not looking good, and then it's like Frankensteiner to finally get in last. Didn't land it. So it's a lot of disjointed, discombobulated things. And maybe for me, I was just watching alone, so I'm really locked in on it. We're watching with people, watching with friends, when you're live, things like that. Those things don't matter as much. But when you're really just zoned in on it, all that stuff kind of took me out of it a little bit. And again, like we said, this is Backlash, so expectations are low. And this is the start of a feud, so there's a lot of stuff to go. They have a lot of hatred built up between these two, so the story is coming. But I just felt like this match wasn't anything special, wasn't anything great or anything to write home about. We knew kind of what was going to happen, and it did. And that's kind of the story of the show for me in a lot of ways. Not to take away from it, it's still entertaining, it's still okay. But it wasn't like I say, for me, it's a pass. It's a pass. It's passable. It's not dog water. But it's not. It didn't blow me away, and I don't want to take away from people's enjoyment of. People really seem to like it, and maybe that's because we just love seeing Braun. We love seeing Seth, but this match
they've been conditioned to like garbage. I think that's what it is.
Maybe the bar is just a little bit lowered, and we have to get used to that for a little while. But that's what I really felt on this one. Is it was really discombobulated is like a good word for me, and maybe that's because they don't get to work on the indies and stuff, which is great. I don't want them to have to do house shows and all these different things. That's just how I came out feeling this. But I am still interested in the story. I do still want to see these guys. And like you guys are saying, maybe it's not the next pay-per-view. They have to, Seth is in such a weird place right now. He's all alone, right? And all these other guys are teaming up. And I want to see the vision be super, super powerful. And I want to see Seth look super powerful. And I find all of them coming out of this looking like a 6. You know what I mean? Like a 6.2. It's like, okay, that was a good one. But it's like you said, Jordan, it's a good opener. we're hyped for it. We do get these guys that we love. We get Braun Breaker, which is always exciting, but I just felt like it was just
It's a good point. Like I'm so used to seeing Braun Breaker as just this explosive character. He comes out, there's a spear, he rips his shirt off, he does the head thing, and then that's it. Like that's his whole gimmick. But you get a 21-minute match, which is not common for him. And yeah, maybe we're seeing stuff that we're like, oh, actually, his long game isn't as good or isn't as crisp.
Maybe
Maybe
he's
that's
so jacked that
maybe
maybe he
that's
runs out of
why
steam
we-
a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's why we got
I don't
what we got from this match, and that's why it's been placed
Still-
where it was. So that
Still
we can
coming off
build that.
injury too, you know.
True,
keep that in mind
100%,
as well. Conditioning, like that's where those house shows would come in handy, or dark matches.
Yeah.
You get them on, in the ring a little bit more before. But yeah, fair
maybe
enough.
a wee bit rusty.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a good
And,
point.
Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to be here. I don't want to be. I sit down and I want to watch the show and enjoy it and all of that. And I and like I said, maybe if I was with Jordan, we would have been hyped and it would have been so fun. And you get more juiced up for the spots. But we all got this one right. We all said Braun Breaker. Jason does get a schmoz bonus, even though I think we all knew there was going to be schmoz. Jason called it. He said, "There's going to be schmoz. I want the schmoz bonus."
He gets a moral
So maybe-
victory. That's it.
Yeah.
He
We'll
doesn't
give him a
get
moral
points.
victory.
Moral victory.
That's all I get these days.
But we all chose Braun, so good job on the jobbers as we go 4 for 4 on that one. And that brings us into the next one. Jason, why don't you tell us about the next match of the night?
This was the Sami Zayn match, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
You are.
So I
Well done.
was kind of looking forward to this because I
Definitely.
like both of these individuals. I think they're both incredibly talented. Sami Zayn been doing it forever, and Trick is at the peak of his popularity. So it seems like a nice match. And I will say this: it was better than their WrestleMania match,
True.
which I
Look at
think
the
is a
positive.
theme that I hear a lot. I wanted to watch other people and their reviews of this show because I was driving back from Kingston, and I think everyone's lying these days. Like they either hate it or they love it, and the truth is somewhere in between.
100%.
And a lot of people were like, "Well, it was better than WrestleMania. It was better than WrestleMania. WrestleMania sucked. Who cares if
Yeah.
it was better than WrestleMania? We can't just say it was better, so it's good." It's like this match wasn't that good. It was okay for how hot Trick is right now, and for how great Sammy is. I don't think this was anything special or noteworthy. It's basically what the WrestleMania match should have been if they were given a little bit more time. But the same old tired crap interference. There's some funny moments. I like the way that Lil Yachty sold the haluva kick on the outside and just crumpled down like a
Yeah, Yachty might be the
ragdoll
MVP
gimmick.
of this match, actually.
Yeah. But besides that, there's not much memorable here, and they both deserve better. Maybe Trick isn't quite up to speed in the ring, as obviously not as much as Sammy, and his
A lot of people say
popularity
that,
hopefully will catch up because his in-ring work will catch up to his popularity because that's like through the roof, and everything else is perfect.
You hope so.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want them both to move on now because the Gingerbread Man funeral was kind of ridiculous. Mostly because of how long it was, not because of the fact that it happened, and their two matches were kind of lackluster. So let's just move on. Move on.
Yeah, I think I'm glad you brought up Lil Yachty because I have been critical of celebrity involvement in wrestling as of late. But I like Lil Yachty, and I was trying to understand why I like Lil Yachty versus other celebrity involvements. And it's not just because I'm a fan of his music. I do like his music. I think his album from a couple years ago was one of the best albums. Yeah, Jason, you know the one I'm talking about. Excellent. Let's start here. So I thought at first, okay, it's just because it's somebody that I actually like showing up versus a person who will not be named because we don't need to rehash.
Leave him alone.
No, I'm leaving him alone. I'm leaving him far over there. And I think it feels like he doesn't feel like a celebrity who's just coming in to give wrestling the rub from, I know Lil Yachty is not this A-lister, but it feels like he's in there because he wants to be a part of the entertainment, but he doesn't overshadow anything. Yeah, you could say he maybe was the highlight of this match, and I do like the way he sold the haluva kick, but it's never like, oh, here's Lil Yachty in this segment with Trick Williams. It's, no, Lil Yachty's coming out with Trick. He's serving as a hype man for him, and he's doing a good job. It's the reason why people liked Bad Bunny when he was involved. It's the reason why people liked, at least appreciate Logan Paul's contribution to wrestling is that they never made it like I'm a celebrity coming in to be a wrestler. No, I respect the business. I want to kind of follow the rules, the established rules of the universe. So the match itself, yeah, leaves something to be desired, but I did want to ruminate, I suppose, on why Lil Yachty hits differently for me than some of the recent celebrity involvements we've had. And it seems like other people agree.
Yeah, but I would say that like the people who say the same, who disagree with Jelly Roll, I think Jelly Roll's done the same. I don't think he's ever tried to overshadow it. I think he's put in work in the ring. I think he's had great promos, and people just don't like him. And so they don't like his involvement. He's not tied to a star that everybody likes. And we've been spoiled with Stephen Amell. We've been spoiled with Johnny Knoxville. Like, we've had some really good celebrity involvement over the years.
But I think that's what Wax is saying. Like, Yachty's come in and he's not cut promos. He's not had a match. He's not been the center of the he's just a star who's attached to Trick, and they're going together. But Trick is he's the main character here, and I agree with Wax. Actually, I think when I've seen that, I don't know who Lil Yachty is, if I'm being honest. Like,
okay.
I'm not going to pretend that I know.
Never heard his name before?
Yeah, I've heard the name before,
Okay.
but I'm like, I don't know anything about his music. Right? It's not my kind of thing. But when he comes out, I'm like, oh, I've heard of that guy. He's a celebrity. He must be pals with Trick. But I'm still focused, and my eyes are on Trick the whole time. And the fact that Yachty's doing stuff that helps Trick, that's exactly what it is. He's basically a manager. If you were to have Paul Bearer, overshadowing The Undertaker, you'd be like, why is he getting so much time? It should be Undertaker that's in the spotlight. This makes sense for me. When you get somebody like Jelly Roll, he came in and immediately was cutting promos and I want a match, and I'm like, oh, hang on, you're taking the spotlight away from the talent that I actually pay to watch. I don't want to see you in the ring. If I want to see you, I'll buy your ticket to come and see your show. But I'm paying to come and see wrestling.
If the next match was Lil Yachty versus Sami Zayn, I probably would turn negatively on that
100%.
for sure. I think you put that in a good point. Like, I agree, Jelly Roll, Mr. Roll, is not on the level.
I didn't want to make this about. I didn't want to make this about.
But it's about Jelly Roll.
And I disagree with what you're saying as well. But it's fair.
You make a fair point.
The issue is the booking of Jelly Roll.
That's the problem.
He is good. His promos were good.
Really
He's
good.
committed. He acted like he belonged, but they oversaturated him, and they made him the focal point of a feud that we wanted to see already. So why are we adding someone we don't need to? And then they also add McAfee, which just made it worse, and he's tied to that. It's not so much him individually, and maybe it wasn't even his decision, but they put him in a position to be hated.
100%.
And
but to clarify, while I'm saying I don't know who Mr. Yachty is, I also don't really know who J. Roll is either. Like, again, I know. Do you know the only reason I know of him? He was he did a song with the band from Page's X-Man, right? They did a collab and did a song together, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the only reason I know who he is.
What
and then when
a
I saw
collab.
when I saw him on this, I was like, oh, right, okay, it's that guy. And do you know what? I didn't really care that he was there, but then when he started to get pushed more than Randy or more than whoever he's up against, I was like, this
definitely the
guy's pissing
wrong
me
feud
off
to
now.
involve him.
A little bit of Jelly Roll's nice, but if you eat it all day, it's just too much. You get sick of it.
Too many calories.
Yeah.
If he had just had that one promo in the back where he hyped him up and had that really good promo and he delivered it really well, that would have been great. And you're right. Maybe it was just oversaturation.
You guys
and their
definitely have
usage of him was
a different take on celebrities in WWE, because I never get celebrities that I'm pumped to see.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Who would you
always-
want? If you could insert someone else instead of Jelly Roll, what's a celebrity you would have put?
Or a couple of them. Give us some options.
Like
I don't know. Like,
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan
Ewan McGregor's a great guy. I've met him. Lovely man. Do you know whenever they come to like the UK and they always have somebody sitting in the front row, I always go, oh, it's him. I mean, that's about it. Nothing ever happens from it. But
He's a comedian guy, that dry humor newscast show. The British guy. I don't remember his name.
British dry humor newscast guy.
Super famous comedian.
Not Craig Ferguson.
Well, he would be good too, but
Not in the ring, I hope.
Yeah. No.
I don't
Anyway,
think he's
shout
beloved
out
in the UK
to-
anyway.
Shout out to Sir Tricholas Williams for a win. Now move on. Do something else.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, very mid
the
formulaic
fake,
match.
knee injury from Sammy, that was a good moment. I enjoyed that.
That was good.
Just
that was
something
no,
to kind of push.
I did not enjoy that. I
No?
did
Not
not
enjoy
when
that.
they do that because it's so selective. It's so made up that the ref just decides to, oh no, I need to check on this now. Like
The
it
ref
makes
shouldn't
no
have gotten.
sense.
The ref shouldn't.
Oh no,
Like,
but
Trick can be like,
I don't think he did get involved with it. I think he was pulled in by Sammy, and Sammy was like, "No, my knee." Oh,
okay, I was thinking
like,
later
oh,
when
okay.
Trick was in the corner and the ref was like tending to him, and Sammy lines up the kick, and like it's just happening so
Nah,
often when
nah.
the ref steps in, and it makes no
Yeah.
sense.
If the ref
That's true.
steps in,
No
that's
consistency.
crap. But if you know
Sammy's
Sammy's
was okay. Yeah.
pulling in the ref, like, "Oh look, my knee's sore." Kidding.
It's always the knee. Why can't it be another body part? It's always the knee.
we got 3
Nia
out of
Jax
4.
tried to do her whole
3 out of 4. Yeah, that's true, right?
3 out of 4. I picked Sammy, of course, just for fun, and
Of course.
we all knew Trick was going to win, and Trick
Idiot.
wins. And obviously we all knew what was coming, and that was it. And we hope that they move on because it was pretty. I'd give this match like a 4
Wow, real low.
because it
Maybe
was
a 5.
useless.
WrestleMania
Like,
was
it
a
was
4.
It was so yeah. So this one's a 5. Like I don't think it's a
Wow.
pass for me. Like maybe 5. If I'm just being harsh.
It was like
Because-
a SmackDown match.
It felt like a bad a weak SmackDown match. Like fast
Jeez.
forward.
So I'm watching the same show. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. But then again, I have watched the WrestleMania match, which was shite. So
Yeah, they've curbed your enthusiasm or your expectations.
yeah. Nice, good,
Curb.
good. Yeah,
Good curb your
reference.
enthusiasm reference.
Wax, why don't you bring us into the next one?
Okay, well, obviously the next one was the not for everyone match. Certainly a match that your enjoyment of it will wildly vary. But it was The Miz and Kit Wilson against Danhausen and a mystery partner, and there was plenty of speculation. I know last week we mentioned Jason's best friend, Joe Hendry, as a potential mystery guest. Some people said CM Punk. CM Punk and Danhausen are
That's crazy.
friends. That wouldn't happen. Some people even said our pal Jelly Roll as a potential option, which would have also sucked. But I don't think anybody expected it was Minihausen, a little fella, and a bunch of other little fellas.
Apparently, it was El Torino. or
El
El
Torino.
Was it
Torino.
actually? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it was.
Well, regardless, this match went on for 11 and a half minutes. And look,
Longer
Jordan
than
and
a
I,
WrestleMania match.
yeah, it was longer than like about half of the WrestleMania matches. And Jordan and I were just talking about this before coming on the air. If any sort of unseriousness in wrestling is not your thing, then you will hate this match. And even if you do like the comedy and the goofy stuff, you might still find this a little bit like, do we need 12 minutes of this? I don't know. With Danhausen, it's always going to be like this. I don't expect Danhausen to be in any sort of super serious wrestling feud, because as soon as he starts trying to take himself seriously, as soon as he wants others to take him seriously, the character loses all appeal. I think this is kind of what went wrong for him in AEW, is they tried to put him in some more actual wrestling storylines. That's just not his lane. Barring a complete overhaul of his character, but then he's just a little guy who's kind of okay in the ring. So this is a perfect Danhausen match. Is it a perfect wrestling match? No. Is it a wrestling match that is universally loved? Is Meltzer going to give it 5 stars? No. But this is for a very specific subset of the audience, and it seems like those people enjoyed it. I can't even give this match a rating, quite honestly, because there's no scale similar. I can't rate it on the same scale as Trick Sammy or as Braun Seth. It was fun. I got my enjoyment out of it. I still enjoyed Danhausen. I think he keeps it fresh enough for now. I would love to see Kit get a win, but I do like him and Miz together. It's fun, and it gets them on. It gets them on television, which I'll take.
Yeah, man. This is a showcase of comedy wrestling and Danhausen and what he brings to WWE. I don't think we've had a match like this on a pay-per-view or just in WWE in general for a long time. Like this kind of silliness isn't common.
Is it Johnny versus
anymore.
Sammy? That was the last time. Maybe that
Last one I
Yeah,
can
was
remember.
maybe.
blatantly
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Might be
Yeah.
others, but
There might be others.
But like
but-
if you put this up against, we said this to Wax. If you put this up against Roman and Jacob, it's not even the same sport. Like it's a completely different thing. It doesn't. You can't compare them. But you know what? For 12 minutes, I sat watching this, and there was no point that I thought, "What is that? Like, get this off!" Or I walked away. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I was watching, and it was ridiculous. But it's a variety show. You know, I'm allowed to have some, technical wrestling. I'm allowed to have some just attacking each other and just brutality. And then I'm also allowed to have something that's so ridiculous that it didn't make me like, I wasn't sitting on my chair going, but I was just like, this is funny. This is good.
some of the reaction channels were acting like that, which is crazy.
Yeah,
but
of course they were.
anyway.
But by this point, it was like 12:30, in the middle of the night for me. So I was like, I was kept awake by this match. That's probably as good a rating you're going to get from somebody who's watching this on the other side of the pond, right?
Yeah, Jason, what about you?
Well, I'll start with a positive. Miz's skull-crushing finale on the Minihausen. That was a positive. And I think that it probably ends there, but that was really cool. I don't mind comedy in wrestling, so I'm okay with saying like this match wasn't for me, and if you liked it, that's cool. I'm not mad that it exists or that it was there. But when you only have 5 matches, maybe it stands out a little bit more than normal. 5's not really that many. I was just kind of at least looking forward to the surprise that they were kind of hyping up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it was a little bit of a letdown for me. So that kind of soured me instantly on this match, the one thing I was looking forward to. And then
What were you expecting?
Fast forwarded a little bit through the match. So
You fast forwarded too? Did you fast forward the match?
no, not like I watched it on 1.5 speed but you still get to see what
that's
happens.
That's
Do you know
that's awful.
What I will say to Jason's point, when Minihausen went back into the machine and then came back out, and it was just him and a bunch of other guys that were at Mania, that did annoy me a little bit. I felt like there was an opportunity there
For a
where
cool
he could
reveal.
have gone in and then come back out, and this time he's massive.
That's what I thought was going to happen too.
and
yeah.
everybody
he
thought,
just,
yeah.
like,
That would have been cool. I was waiting for that.
That would
I did not want
have
that.
been amazing.
I thought this was better than that.
Do you know what? It was more ridiculous, which,
Yeah.
if that's what you want from the match, then that's
They
absolutely
already
fine.
did that gimmick though with all the mini Hausens.
Yeah, they did. They did it at Mania, you're right. But I guess this is an actual Danhausen match. So
Will he be
You're
able
getting
to
that again.
be all over the show every week doing this kind of stuff and not get tired?
No.
Probably
It will eventually
not.
tire, but
Yeah.
I will say that this was a great palate cleanser. And from the beginning, you could tell I was pretty jaded with the beginning. This was a great palate cleanser, and I did have fun watching this match. I thought this was really good for what it was. I actually enjoyed that. Did it go a little long? Yeah, maybe. Was I upset with the reveal? No. I thought the reveal was fine. Was I laughing out loud like Jordan said? No. Was I dying laughing when all the Minihausen came out? No. Was I laughing a little bit when one of them knocked over Wade Barrett? Yes.
yeah.
So
I would say the
Like,
commentary did a massive part in this match.
Yes.
Like Wade and Michael Cole did a great job of kind of the play-by-play and like the heel commentary to kind of follow along with that. It was perfect. Like when Minihausen does the airplane spin into the wasteland, and Wade Barrett's like,
Yes.
"That's my move. You can't use that." That's great. That's so
I
good.
love that. And I thought it was just okay up until the cloning machine. Then I thought that's where this match really started to pick up. That's where it really started popping off. And you're right, Wade Barrett added so much to this match. And maybe if you're watching on super speed, you can't get that. You can't get that feeling.
Super
'cause
1.5.
Super, way too
Super
ridiculous.
Too
Everyone
fast.
watches everything at 1.5.
Yeah, but we know that you shouldn't do that, and we don't want to do that. And I think that
I think it's okay.
And I think that Wade added so much to this, and just don't watch the match if you're going to watch it on 1.5. Like, it's just not worth it. I think the airplane spin was amazing. I do think one thing that I'll be critical of, I think I've been very positive in this match, enjoyed it a lot, not going to give it a rating, but Danhausen's finisher is a pump kick.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way. Is he not capable of anything else? He can't. He's
No.
so
Yeah.
creative. It's a pump kick. Like, no, we got to do better than that.
Do
Come
some
on now.
green mist.
Everything
at
else was
least.
really good.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm
Do
down
something
for
like
something.
like it's established that Danhausen is supernatural, not like Wyatt level supernatural. He's in his own supernatural.
He's
So
he has
he's
the ability
doing
to
it.
curse people.
Is
yeah.
it
Yeah.
established,
Maybe it's
or
all
is it
mental,
kind of
maybe.
like
He curses
a
people, but it's
joke,
all in
but
their
it
head.
kind of works out.
I mean, the curse.
The curse is not
It's,
confirmed, but it still is. You know what I mean?
he put a guy in a machine and made a little guy, and then made 6 more little guys.
But that's science.
Yeah, that's
True, that is science. Yeah.
Well, he blinded me with science.
But I
Bill
will say that
Nyhausen.
the only person that got this match right was me. I said Danhausen and Danhausen only, no special guest, and Danhausen is the winner and only Danhausen.
There was special guests.
No, it's all Danhausen.
They were special.
It's a clone of
They were
himself.
guests.
True, it is. Yeah, true.
There's no Joe Hendry, like you, Mark, said. There was no Royce, like
Thank
you,
God.
Mark, said. And Joe
Yeah.
Hendry didn't join and then Miz and Kit win, so it's only
Thank
Dan.
God.
There you go. So Jason's match
take
of the
that how
night
you will.
because
Vote,
Joe
you know.
Hendry didn't turn up.
Yeah.
Extra point for the show.
1 whole point. Damn.
So let's jump into the next one. This would be my match of the night, Io Sky versus Asuka. This was the best wrestling match of the night, in my opinion. They told a great story. I thought it was really crisp and clean. Is it the best way for Asuka to go out? Maybe not. I think maybe she deserves something a little bigger, more grand. But that being said, I thought they did a really good job. It's a great passing of the torch onto Io, and I thought that the story was told well. I like the blocking of the mist. And overall, for me, this is probably my match of the night. You could say the last one. I would have no qualms about that. But for me, this is my match of the night.
Did I miss something? Did everyone else expect that this was Asuka's last match, or did that just kind of happen and you were like, oh shit?
No, I didn't
said it on the
expect
pod last week. On the pod last week, no, it was never announced or anything, but I said, based on what I saw and based on Kyrie leaving and all of that, I said that this is probably her last match, and it shouldn't be and all of that, but that's what we got. Yeah, it
I
does
feel
seem
like
to
I
be
just
her last
completely missed that. Like I got to the end of
match.
this.
It
and I
wasn't
was
announced or anything.
No. I remember getting to the end.
A
And
lot of rumors.
the match kind
Oh,
of
maybe.
ends, and then there's the hug, and I was like, what's happening
I
here?
get-
this is weird.
I guess
you
because
can
I was
put it
expecting
together.
it makes sense, but
It's-
otherwise, yeah, you're right. It makes no sense in the
She's-
story.
mid-40s, coming off a pretty major injury.
Hmm.
I would understand her wanting to go out on her own terms and not
Major
have
pay
to,
cut.
major
backstage,
pay cut,
maybe, I don't know.
probably
I don't know.
potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine as a send off. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't not expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it to be her send off. It was almost like Brock at WrestleMania, actually, where I didn't think I was
True.
so locked in on Brock Gunther later, and I still kind of believe that might happen. But when he starts taking off his boots and everything in the ring, same thing with Asuka, and it's like, oh, okay, this might be a send off.
Mm.
It actually kind of changed my opinion on the rest of the match retroactively, because Io and Asuka have great in-ring chemistry. I enjoyed the match, and it did feel like, at least in terms of the physical quality of the match itself, it felt up to what Asuka can give in that moment. So I suspect you want to have that last match against a longtime friend and coworker and colleague. Makes sense. And the send-off on Raw also was nice
Nice little
too.
moment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, for me, this was definitely match of the night. And it made me mad. This match made me very mad because
Match of the night, and it made me
Match of the
mad.
night
You need to
made me
get another hobby, Jason. Do a
Yeah.
podcast about I don't know, fucking tennis
No,
or
but
something like.
it made me
Tennis.
mad because it was
like
so
tennis.
great, and we've been deprived of Asuka's greatness for too long. Like, it just made me realize how good she is when she can go, and when you book her correctly and give her time. She's one of the greats. Some people say the greatest female wrestler, and this was very fun and enjoyable to watch, and it's definitely the match of the night for me. And I just really wish that they used her better, especially with her last year or whatever it was, you know? She's incredibly good, and obviously Io Sky is as well, and they were so well in sync. They got a lot of cool spots in, and they work so well together, and it was just a pleasure to watch. I think it's a great way to go out if we just look in a vacuum at the match. Obviously, it's Backlash, it's this, it's that, but it's much better than an 8-minute match at WrestleMania. So I'm happy they got time to shine and go out there and show what they can do and what we should have been seeing much more of. That's why I'm mad. So it's a positive way of being mad. Thank you very much.
A good madness. That's fair.
So
I don't know if
Wax and
would
I
say
got
it
that one
was,
right. Jason and Moose, you got this one wrong, but I mean, really, you didn't know that it was going to be your last match. If you'd known, then obviously you're going to change your opinion, but you were hopeful, I think, that this would be leading into more from the two of them.
That was it, yeah. It felt like with Kyrie, for lack of a better phrase, out of the way, it would have opened up Asuka to do something. That was kind of how I was hoping that it was going to be used. But this is the problem. I don't spend time on social media looking at what people are, saying and reporting and
oh, you care about your mental health, you loser?
Yeah, no, I'm an absolute freak. It's ridiculous. And then when I watch things, I watch shows and I'm like, no way, I can't believe that's happened. And then I'd speak to folk and they're like, it's been all over the socials for the last week that was going to happen. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
Good. Yeah.
It's a good life.
Well, they also managed to shut down the "We Want Kyrie" chants, which was nice because I think they deserve to be able to go out there and put on a good performance.
True.
And it was so good, the crowd shut up. So that was great.
Yeah, that is
so
very fair.
I'm curious about this next segment, Jason. I want to go to you on this one. Your boy John Cena comes out and announces
I forgot about this.
Is it a tournament?
Very forgettable. Very forgettable.
Is it I think it's like we're talking about how WrestleMania was so bad, it makes us appreciate some of the things here. He didn't come out and talk about Club WWE, so made me more interested in whatever the hell he was talking about.
There was a point
it doesn't matter if you wrestle or not.
Yeah, there was a point earlier in the show where there's a Club WWE promo that happened, and John Cena does the voice for it. And about halfway through this video package thing about Club WWE, I was like, is this the John Cena announcement? But he's not even here. It's just a video. And then I was like, that's surely he's going to have to come out at some point. Yeah. And then, of course, we get this thing. So I don't understand what this is, right? It sounds like King of the Ring / Taboo Tuesday or something like that. Like what are we getting here? Like fans vote on it, but there are matches. My main question here is, and I know we don't know this, it's just speculation, right? Is it that, say it was me and Jason in a match, and Jason beats me, but all the fans go, yeah, but Jordan's better. Do I win?
I think so, yeah.
Or is it we have a bunch of people in a bunch of matches, and based on the matches that happen, the fans are allowed to vote on who they think is the best overall performer, and they win. Like, is it
dumb?
Both suck. I don't like either of them, but I just want to know what it is I'm getting into here.
I mean, there's a couple of things here. First of all, I love John Cena. He's a legend. He's a GOAT, but he retired. I don't want to see him anymore right now. Give me a break from John Cena. Like,
he's been on TV more since he retired.
And you got to let the legend breathe and go away. Now we got a tournament in his name, which, like, on paper sounds cool from this perspective of new versus old. Yeah, great. That's great. That's great. But then it's like, winning doesn't matter. It's a popularity contest. Well, that's not great. I don't like that. And I know idiots in the wrestling world say wins don't matter, but they do matter.
Hate that.
They do.
I hate that.
And so I'm just tired of seeing John Cena. I need a break from him. You know, it's kind of ridiculous. I'm tired of him coming out and saying, we want to hear from you, the fans. We're going to charge you $1 million to go watch it live. We're going to put ads on everything, including on my suit and on my shoes and on my penis. And and it's like, but we like you. You get to vote for the match. It's like this condescending garbage from a company that doesn't care about their fans whatsoever. TKO sucks. All this sucks. I hate this announcement. I forgot it even happened until Brad reminded me. I wish he didn't remind me.
I can guarantee you that the voting. Oh, there we are.
That's what the title of the tournament should be called: the half-baked tournament.
Why has he got the Austrian flag on that?
Viva Austria! Always and forever.
So yeah,
I
I
can
don't know what you
almost
guys think about
guarantee you
this.
that the only people that
Heinz.
will be able to vote are those who are in Club WWE.
That could be the
Oh,
cherry on
God.
top
Imagine.
of this disrespectful Sunday. But
I can guarantee you that it will not just be anybody can go. It'll be this is
and even though and
open
people
to
were
the
saying, like, how do
fans
we
who are
even
in
know?
Club
How do
WWE.
we know that they went with the vote? And why do I want someone that didn't win winning? It's like you win the match, but then it doesn't make sense. It's so dumb. And they hype it up so much every time. It's going to shake the foundation of the wrestling world. Like they don't just say he's coming out to provide an announcement. It's always got to be the biggest thing ever, and it's always a letdown. It's always a letdown.
It's true. All right, well, let's move on from that into something a little different. We had the finale of the show. We had Roman Reigns versus the Samoan werewolf, Mr. Fatu himself, the death-gripping dynamo that he is. Jason, or actually, let's go Jordan on this one. Jordan, since you are the king of the show, what did you think of this one?
I'm the king of the show, am I? All right. I'll start by saying I don't really like Jacob Fatu, right?
Ooh.
Tell how you feel.
I'm not a big fan.
Controversial.
Maybe it is. I think that more people like him than don't like him. It's not that I don't think he's a realized character or that he can't wrestle or anything like that. I don't. He's an impact player. He's like a, in the world of soccer or football, you have impact subs, right? Guys that
Montreal
never,
Impact.
Montreal Impact, yeah.
R.I.P.
You have substitutes that never start a game because they're not known for their kind of ability to hold their own throughout an entire thing.
Like designated hitters for baseball?
Yeah, I guess that's a way to put it. Yeah,
Benjamin Sheshko for United right
they
now.
come out
Super subs.
Super sub, if you want to call them that.
Super werewolf.
There's one that always pops into my head that you probably won't know who I'm talking about. But years ago, Man City had a guy that used to come on all the time called Aiden Dzeko. He's still playing. He's like 43 and he's still playing. But Aiden Dzeko used to come
Bosnia
out.
Herzegovina?
That's the one.
Ooh.
And he would come out on like the 65th minute when Man City were down a goal and he would score 3 and they would win the game. And it was infuriating to watch. You don't like this guy. He had so much skill though. He could just come out and do that, and that's what Jacob Fatu does. He comes out, he does this quick little thing, but then to have him as the main character, I'm just like,
You know what? I agree with you 100%.
It's the same. I just see the same.
I haven't heard this before. This is a great take.
I see the same thing from him every single time. Like he doesn't have, when he says, "Oh, gas, no brakes," like. 100%. He also has no gears either. It's 1 to 100. He just doesn't
car.
stop. Like you got no
Gas
car.
is too expensive now. Hit the brakes, buddy. Gas is expensive.
Like he just goes, "Oh yeah, I'm Jacob Fatu. I'm going to challenge you for that thing," and then just fucking stabs you in the face. Like he has no ability to build in a match.
So many death grips.
carry a
even
show
on Raw.
would be difficult.
We got
That's
death
what
grip
I've been
after
saying
death grip after death grip after
online.
death grip.
What are you going to do if he was ever the champion? Right? How can he go, month after month of having different feuds? They're all going to be the same thing. It's just going to be him going, "Yeah, I know what I mean," and then just, punching somebody in the face and grabbing them by the throat, and then it's done. Like, there's no nuance to his performance, and that's not necessarily his fault. It's just that's the character that they've built for him, right? And I don't love it. Anyway, sorry, all that to be said, the match
You
was
love
fine.
this match, right?
Yeah, this is a 10 on 10, right?
The match was fine because it's a Roman Reigns match, and he is incredible. And I acknowledge him when I wake up in the morning and when I go to bed at night. Like, he's a beautiful man, and I want to be with
It's
him.
not with your finger, though. Something else standing up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The morning acknowledgement.
Yeah, it's quite possible that he fathered my child, not me.
Find out.
Find out soon.
Yeah.
Goes out
If
tats.
my baby comes out Samoan, I don't know. Anyway, that's right. Okay.
All right.
Or a
but
werewolf.
yeah, the match was fine because Roman did a
Might
good
be
job of
Scottish
carrying
werewolf.
Jacob Fatu through the match. And then, of course, what did we get at the end of the match? Oh, well, how are we going to end this? Oh, well, we'll just do what we always do with Jacob Fatu. We'll just make him do the big stab and grabby throat thing, and then it's done.
Is that a
It's
choke? It's a choke, right?
Yeah, it's right on the windpipe.
Yeah,
right on your,
but instead
Isn't
of
it
choking
illegal?
like this, it's like
Not
you choke
illegal.
like this.
in
I don't-
wrestling, it is an illegal move, correct? But
Well, then how can he win the match with it?
because you're not
100%, it
supposed
doesn't
to
make
be.
sense.
That's why they do this. Because you're supposed to hit here.
I know, but I'm talking about what's the ref doing? There's
There's a lot of
Yeah.
ref crap in this match anyway. The ref crap in this match
Ref
is
crap.
is
Ref
Ref
crapped
crap.
his pants. Absolutely.
It was an abrupt ending too. Like
Yeah.
Jacob
Abrupt.
lost, but he
Yeah.
was fine after, and like, I can't believe I lost.
Yeah, literally rolled up and went, "What? Why is that?"
I'm gonna beat you up.
Yeah, no. And do you know what? It did exactly what I said it couldn't do. It made Roman look weak after he absolutely destroyed. I say destroyed. He didn't destroy, but he went and had one of the best matches in WrestleMania history against CM Punk, and it made Roman look weak. It makes no sense that he has that kind of a match with CM Punk where it's an absolute war. And then Jacob Fatu comes out, and now Jacob Fatu apparently is essentially God. And all he has to do is just grab your throat once, and Roman's like, "Hey, Jacob, you're going to regret that." Like
Jacob
Lesnar.
Lesnar.
It doesn't make sense that Jacob has been built to that level in 35 minutes after this absolute classic with Punk. The match was good. If I take the match as a match that happened, I enjoyed it. But
True.
the
Yeah, it's
story
fine.
doesn't make sense for me.
Yeah, weird execution at the end. I hated the pop right back up after the match. It made no sense. I think I understand what they're trying to do, which is they are trying to build Jacob as this bubbling threat who just can't, get over the line, so to speak. But it's not working.
Yeah, we know what they were
because
trying to do, right?
Yeah, we know
what they were trying-
exactly.
yeah, you're right.
But the end result is it does make Roman look stupid, and we've seen it before. Like people who get up right after you lose a match, unless it's a small package pin or something where deliberately the other wrestler was caught off
Sol
guard.
Ruka versus Io on Raw. Sol Ruka tries her finisher. Io
Yeah.
rolls
Don't
her
talk
up.
to him about that match.
Yeah, well,
She
all
just
that to
realized
say,
you just step back and let her do that stupid thing and fall on her face. And
like
that's it.
a couple
exactly. That's all you
wrestlers
have to do.
have
Don't
done
jump into
this. A couple wrestlers have done this pop up right after the match ends in the past, and they've been roasted for it because you're no selling. You make the other person look like an idiot. And so I can't believe this was a deliberate booking decision that somebody put together for this match. It undersells it completely. Am I still interested to see what happens with Jacob next? Yeah. But
Why?
if they keep tossing him at Roman, then I am going to lose interest a little bit. Or I'm going to lose not a little
Maybe
bit.
it's
I'm going to
because
lose
the
interest very
potential. Like, what are
fast.
they
The
going to do?
potential's
Is he going to
there.
join the other Samoans? Like, what do they do? And then we have again, like Jimmy and Jey Uso. If they run in at any time now, they're coming out at like a 40 overall, and they're getting thrown
Yeah.
into one thing, and then they're dead for an
It
hour.
already
And they're not
happened
going to help Roman.
on
Like
Raw.
it just happened, right?
Yeah.
They come out, they get one little bonk, they're out for an hour. Even though Jey Uso is a world champion, no, he can't anymore. He's
Nah,
not
he
in the
ain't main
match.
event
So
anymore.
I feel like they want Jacob to be or to have the intensity of Umaga, but have
Oh, what?
the intelligent Umaga.
I heard
Umaga. I heard Umaga.
Umaga.
No,
What's
no.
the intensity of
Umaga.
Umaga.
Intensity of Umaga.
Umanga.
No. Hey, that's a different thing entirely.
Yeah.
Goes the
They want
January
him to
6th
have
version of him.
the intensity of Umaga, but the smarts of Roman, right? But the reason that Umaga was the way that he was is because he didn't have smarts. He was just an absolute monster, and he always had a handler. He always had somebody that kind of controlled him to do the stuff that needed to be done. And for having, if you've got this guy who just runs around grabbing everybody by the throat, but then you say, oh, by the way, he's also a rational thinker. And you're like, well, no, he's not. Clearly. Look at what happened after the match. Fire him. Get him out of here. It doesn't make sense to have him around. I don't get it.
Is he transforming slowly back into that? Maybe full-time monster?
Werewolf
like he's a
in
werewolf,
disguise.
so he's in and out of consciousness?
Yeah, fine. Oh, God, they're going to do like a Jekyll and Hyde thing with him. Oh, that's even worse.
I don't think he needs to
like
do that.
like with Festus and the bell?
Yeah. Yeah. Samoan Festus. I'm okay with that, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. Like
The match is fine.
it was fine, but it left me kind of like, okay, it was all right.
That's
Same
it. It
old,
was
same
just,
old, yeah.
it was all right. And that's
Oh,
it. I
man.
mean, so that's why, like, the show overall wasn't that bad. It's just the beginning
No,
half.
it wasn't
I
WrestleMania.
didn't love. It was, it wasn't as bad as WrestleMania. So I think that's where a lot of people are just like,
Night
oh,
one.
thank goodness we're back to go Jordan.
No, I'm saying it wasn't as bad as night one. I would say night two was better than
Well,
this.
night two carried by an incredible ending. Without that, I don't know. Oh, no, it had a couple. Yeah, it had some other stuff.
A couple
too,
of
it's true.
matches.
Yeah.
So.
There he is. That's
That's
what he's going to become.
Beast Wars.
Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
But also, like, I feel like when people say how good was the show, right? Like, how good was Backlash? They're just talking about the matches. But to me, a wrestling pay-per-view and a show is much more than just the matches. It's the intro, it's the in-between, it's the interviews, it's the vignettes, it's the packages leading up to there's so much like cohesiveness that matters for a good show. I even went back and watched the first Backlash from 99 or whatever it was, and there's just so much more happening and alive, and everyone's like engaged, and you just need to see what happens next. And but now we're always judging the show like, well, there's 5 matches, all 5 matches were good, and so the whole show was good. It's like, but there's more to a show than that. I'm watching a whole pay-per-view, a whole experience, and a delivery. Like it's not there anymore. It got a little bit better. There's like a couple backstage, maybe one backstage segment with Trick, I think.
Yeah,
with some promo packages, I think. Or at least the last match did again.
We got Sammy and Trick had a promo build montage thing.
True.
That was fun.
I mean, hopefully they start bringing it back. But
we need also, like that a live show feeling.
The set design, obviously it's been trash forever, but like it's just, and some people say, like, I see people defending it. I don't understand the defense of garbage. Like, I understand that you don't want to hate on it all the time, but like,
it's up my alley.
It's the same set as SmackDown or whatever. Like, it's the same thing. It doesn't feel special. Like, what does it matter what the set looks like? Of course it matters visually and feeling like special. Of course that matters. What are you talking about? For me, it matters. Maybe I'm crazy. Like, when I turn on a pay-per-view, I want it to look different than Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, you want to feel like you're on a different
feel
program.
Exclusive. Yeah, feel like, wow, I'm watching a special show here. Like,
I'm on the budget, Jason. Stop it.
I'm going to look this up, but I'm
pretty
pretty
sure. It is in the budget. Back then, they were taking risks to put these crazy sets together. Now they can just open up their wallet in their back pocket and pay for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there being, I'm pretty sure it was a Backlash Titantron from years ago. It was, I found it. Yeah, it was a Backlash Titantron.
With the hooks?
Big massive hooks.
Yeah, the hooks.
That came, and they moved in and out as they were, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you can make them out of foam or something. We don't have to know. Just dangle them down there. Let us see
paper mache. I don't care.
It's a stage performance, and the stage doesn't matter. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's fair. It's a good point.
And so again, like I don't want to come out of this being like Backlash was the worst thing ever. It was garbage.
No, that was WrestleMania, so it's the second worst thing ever.
I came into this quite positive, and I'm now leaving really negative.
Well, no, because sorry, I didn't. This is not what it. That's not the point of this.
No, I mean, you gotta be honest. Like, I don't think anyone's honest anymore. Like, and because I don't think we're all hate on it. There was some good, and it wasn't. We didn't say it was awful. It was just like whatever. It was okay.
Like we said, Io and Asuka was great. The Danhausen thing is not for everybody, but I thought it was really good for what it was.
First match was pretty good.
Yeah, and the last match wasn't the worst thing ever. Okay. It's just we have certain expectations of Roman Reigns and the story around him, and that's what we deserve. It's the best thing. It's what saves most of the shows is Roman, and this one I don't think he fully saved it. And maybe it's just because I didn't. If you really liked Seth versus Braun, which is fine, I think then the show overall
helps a lot.
Maybe was really good. The Sammy Trick still left a bad taste because I love Trick and I know he can do better than that. And if he's not the most incredible storyteller in the ring yet, he's with the most incredible storyteller in the ring that they have potentially in Sami Zayn. And for some reason it didn't click or whatever. And I still feel like Sammy is in a weird position.
Limbo.
Yeah, he's not getting the heel heat that he should.
Sure, he came out with a Habs jersey. Like, what the hell? He was in Tampa.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, most of the
they
fans
don't care down
Tampa,
there.
so.
Yeah, they're fair weather
they don't care.
idiots. They already forgot about it.
Still, it's worth a shot, right?
Yeah. Well.
It's like Ethan Page coming out on Raw and saying like, and I'm from the greatest country in the world, Canada. And it got a little boo, but it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah, some people are like, it's Canada. Yeah. But I don't know, like, WWE is a premium product. You pay premium prices, so I don't see why it's so bad to hold them to a certain standard, especially when they've delivered it not that long ago with the Bloodline and all these other things. we've been conditioned. It's like have you heard of the boiling frog concept or whatever it is, where you just slowly boil the frog a little bit, and you don't know until he's like almost dying. And then you turn it down just a little bit, and you're like, whoa, wow, the temperature's great now because you brought it up so high. You bring it down a bit, just like the gas prices. They're over $2 in Montreal, and they go just under $2. We're like, oh, wow, that's good. No, it's not good. It used to be like $120. You're just making it horrible and then taking a little bit back.
I was going to say,
and that's what WWE does better than anybody. And then everyone's on here glazing it. Like, you can mention it, like, okay, at least it incrementally got a bit better, but it's still trash. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Don't talk to me about petrol prices right now. It's insane here.
Yeah, and they're you're like the same price as us, but in pounds, I think, and it's a gallon,
so it's double the price.
But it's basically double.
How much is it? You go by a gallon, right?
It was like it's like $1.60 or something.
It's everywhere around here at the minute is typically like 155. So that's 155
pound
pence
55 per gallon.
Over $3.
No. 155 pence per liter.
Per
okay,
liter?
What's a pence?
Per liter. So £1.55 per liter.
Okay, so that's like over $3 for us.
Yeah.
Per liter.
Per
It's
liter.
double.
Good God.
Yeah.
Almost double.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's fucked.
Anyway. So yeah, Backlash was definitely better than the petrol prices in the UK. So that's why I enjoyed it so much. All right.
Yes. It
Okay,
was a
we'll
good
just give it
distraction from
number-wise.
Number wang.
before the podcast, after the podcast.
Yeah, it was like a 8.5, now it's a 3.
Do you know what? I'm going to go. I thought it was all right, but it wasn't the best thing ever. I would say 6.8.
Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with that. I wouldn't. Maybe I'm like a 6.3 or something, but no, 6
I'm in the
fair.
mid-6s. Yeah,
Yeah.
it passed.
Passed.
It passed more than just a pass, yeah.
Wax
6.6 was what I was kind of aiming at.
Fair.
6.7.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Nah, it's 6.7 now just because of that,
7.
Jordan.
6.7.
6.7.
Javon can.
Let's get some of that Gen Alpha crowd listening to
Javon this week on Raw didn't love Javon on Raw this week, and he still got a lot of runway ahead of him. But again, not great performance
cares?
this week. But it's Raw, so like
Raw
my
this
expectations
week
are
on
like,
Raw was
Yeah,
appalling.
yeah.
So we can just glaze over that and hope that it gets better. But
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, well,
Well-
that was it. That was the week. Was there anything else that happened on Raw or anything like that you guys wanted to chat about? What's going on in AEW? Like, I'm going to check it out this week. Hopefully, see what's going on over there because
They
I'm
fought on
interested
a
in
golf course.
yeah, there was
Yeah,
a
I
fight
saw
on a
that.
golf
How
course.
about
I mean,
that? All right.
I'll take that over the same old tired, boring set.
True.
I'm fine with it.
Cool.
I'm excited to see where they go from here on some of these storylines, some of the things that happen. I like having Montez Ford back in my face a lot and getting some promo time and getting his.
True.
He needs
Down
to
for
fight
that.
Seth one-on-one. They had a little bit of contention in the ring. I want to see that. I don't want to see
Cool.
it bad.
And Angelo's just like,
Yeah, whatever.
I'm down for it.
Whatever.
It's fine, sure. It's not going to go anywhere. They're not going to do anything with Montez. They never do.
No, true.
He's
Yeah.
done. He's over.
Oh.
Like, it's not happening for him.
Maxine Dupree
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
car of the Vision.
Vision.
That's why the Vision is supposed to be cool. They're not supposed to be stooges, right? They're supposed
Getting
to be cool.
ladies, spending money, all these different things, trying to be the
Okay
thing
with
that
that.
everybody
That's right.
wants, right? Look at those two guys. They look like $1 billion.
Yeah. Vision should
Let's
be
see it.
hanging with the hottest ladies and the hottest dudes.
Like, sure.
And, they should be cool.
all the hottest
And
people
Paul Heyman.
and
The hottest,
more
the hottest
evolution,
everyone.
less devolution. Devolution.
devolution?
is the opposite of evolution.
Devolution.
Is it
Regression.
the
Devolution.
regression era.
Oh, the
Ruthless
regression.
regression.
Ruthless regression.
Ruthless progression.
No.
No, that was cool. I was happy to see her in there, and hopefully
really good.
they don't just forget it happened.
Yeah, it was by accident. She
It
wasn't
might,
Yeah, I know. That was my only worry is that it was
Ignore.
actually just like, oh, crap. Pat
it's
back.
about a
See her.
50-50 chance that they forget it. She was
She
just getting a
literally
ride
just in
with
there to
them.
get a ride back to the hotel.
It wasn't a work. She was in there for real.
I
We've
liked it.
all
I thought
noticed
that, I
it.
thought,
Do something with it.
yeah, good little nugget there. So we have there's glimmers of hope throughout the show. It's happening. So we like it.
No.
Yep.
There you go.
Shout out to
Tell
MEW. Thanks for bringing me back. Appreciate that. It was a good show.
Really great
Um,
shoe.
Killed it. Yeah,
Really
absolutely
great
killed it.
shoe.
Thank you, sir.
The best
Ian
in
Harrison
the biz. Ain't nobody
called out
better.
some
Show me
things.
someone better. You'll never show me someone better.
On to the next one. I'll be at the next show, Nick said. So catch me at MEW the next one. And hopefully one day Jordan will be in town and we can bring him out to an MEW show.
Oh, I think I'd cry.
Shout out PCO.
Shout out PCO.
That MEW.
What was that? Off the ropes. Fucking, he's nuts, man. I don't know what he's doing.
58 years young.
We got to make sure
Wild.
that we're tightening those ropes, boys, at MEW.
Yeah,
those ropes
loose.
are a little
Those ropes are a little loose. You got to tighten the ropes just a little bit.
Yeah. But really good show. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of The Four Jobbers. We need your likes. We need your subscriptions. We need your love. So give us some love, and we're going to bring you some beautiful content this week. This is going to come out. We got some trivias coming out. If you haven't checked that out, go check out our YouTube at The Four Jobbers. There's some beautiful content going on, and we'll see you next freaking week.